Goan fish curry is one of the most well-known curries from Goa. Um, I'm Instead of doing white fish in my curry today, I'm actually going to do prawns, so I can make all of the sauce first and then just chuck the prawns in at the end to heat through. The ingredients you're going to need: a couple of onions, finely chopped. I have in my little chopper, I've chopped 4 cloves of garlic, a big lump of ginger, and 4 dried red chilies. They've been chopped with a splash of water because the water will evaporate when you cook it. I've got some plum tomatoes. They are from a tin because it's not the right time of year to have lovely ripe tomatoes. So these are plum tomatoes from the tin, and I've chopped them. Coconut milk, cinnamon sticks, mustard seeds. I've also got some lightly crushed fennel seeds, a teaspoon of that, teaspoon of those. And then the spices that are going in are 1 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of coriander, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. Oh, and some tomato paste. And later on, I'll be adding water or stock, but I'll talk you through it as we go. Starting off with a really generous glug of vegetable oil. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of black, this is just a half teaspoon measure, of black mustard seeds. And then I've got the fennel seeds that I have lightly crushed. They are going to stay in the pan until they start popping. It's on a medium-high heat. It won't take long for it to start popping. Seeds are popping, drop the heat right down and put in the onions. The onions will then cook on a low heat for about 7 to 10 minutes until they're completely soft. And also throw in the cinnamon stick while they're cooking. And here's a top tip: maybe while your onions are cooking, make yourself a margarita. My onions are lovely and soft. So the next thing going in is the chili, garlic, and ginger paste. Now that's got some water in. It's still, I've moved it to a lower light. I'll rinse that out in a minute. The spices can go in. Just cook that for a minute. I'll just turn the heat up. Cook that. This is actually an incredibly quick. It's a masala. Masala in Indian means sauce or gravy. And once you've made the masala, you can add whatever you want to it. So if you're doing fish, the recipe actually is on my website, Goan Fish Curry. You can add the fish to lightly poaching it before serving, or I'm going to add prawns. I'm going to put in the spices, teaspoon of tomato paste. Give it all a good stir, and you want to cook it until you can see that the water has evaporated and that the oil is starting to show again. Sorry, I know what I forgot because I got carried away. We're going to also put in just a splash of freshly boiled water. I'm using it to rinse out this container so I don't waste anything. Now you're going to cook it until all the water's evaporated and it's a lovely paste. Putting the water in stops it all burning. I can see that the excess water has evaporated, so now I'm going to put in the tomatoes and let those cook for another minute or 2. I've got a terrible cold at the moment, which is why I'm drinking margarita. It makes me feel better. Next, I'm putting in a whole can of coconut milk. This recipe, by the way, is enough for 4 people. But as I said, if there's less than 4, it's fine because you can make the masala. You can freeze it and then defrost it and add in whatever you want. I'm also going to add, you can add 100 ml of water, but because I've got homemade chicken stock, I don't want to waste it. I'm putting in about 100 ml of either stock or water. And now we'll just let that cook for 5 to 10 minutes and all the flavours infuse, and that will be the masala done. Lol, I always forget something. And a teaspoon of salt. Oh, I always forget something. all done. The sauce was lovely. I got some pre-cooked prawns. They literally just have been in the sauce for 5 minutes to warm up. I'm serving it with some pilaf rice. That recipe is also on the website, and just serve it. That sauce smells gorgeous. Little sprinkle of coriander, and there we have it. Goan prawn curry. Enjoy. Oh, I know what I forgot. I knew, because I'm not well and I'm a little bit tired. It needs a tiny bit of lime juice. I'm just going to do it and taste it. Let me just taste it. Oh, I was so organised. This was going to be so good. Let me taste it. Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, I'm done.